my god, I just spilled it to my face.
Location based to where someone could essentially drop a pin where they found it. Okay, thank you.
So you all mentioned scaling. About how many users do you think this could handle?
I can take this one. So ideally, we want to get UT to implement this application, and so we were planning to have as many users as UTD needs, so like all of the student base of UTD. And naturally, that came into our planning when we decided to use AWS and DynamoDB, which was super scalable for us, and we were able to. We have the option to scale up to build that.
Choice. Thank you. Think we are good here. Thank you.
Next up is Team Intellect Inc.
Where's Alex? He was just here a second ago. Is he really on his phone during presentation night right now?
Kids these days, always on their phones when they should be reading something educational instead, like a newspaper.
No, I'm actually on this cool new app.
What's that app?
Intellect Inc.
Whoa!
Raise your hand if you've ever found yourself in this situation before. You're trying to study for final exams and you end up scrolling for hours. As you can see, you're not alone. The average student spends around 7 hours a day on their phones. To combat this, we created Intellect Inc., a mobile app designed to help replace that useless scrolling with a meaningful learning experience. And now to introduce the team.
My name is Alec, I'm a developer.
My name is Jasmine, I'm a front-end developer.
My name is I'm a back-end developer.
My name is Afra, and I'm a front-end developer. Our app has three main goals. First, to promote mindful consumption with a variety of media types. Second, to encourage critical thinking by exposing you to diverse viewpoints. And third, to enhance your daily reading habits.
Let's learn in ways into discussions. A discussion forum allows users to comment and reply to promote critical thinking and independent viewpoints.
To help users stay consistent and motivated, we have a statistics page that tracks your daily reading time and separates it by media type.
Lastly, we utilize a trivia API to give educational trivia to challenging users and build general knowledge. This allows users to challenge what they know in a fun and exciting way. Now Jasmine with the live.
This year's Ollie the Octopus. He's our mascot. He's going to be showing us Intellect Inc. as a first-time user. He's going to start by signing in by entering his credentials like his email, password, and confirmation of password. Once he signs in, he'll be able to enter details like his name, the media preferences he'd like to see, as well as the daily time goal that he'd like to set, and whether or not he'd like daily notifications. Our app opens up to the main page, which is the For You page. The For You renders content based on the media preferences that he selects. If he wants to explore a more vast sea of knowledge, he can go over to the Explore page. Each item allows him to like, favorite, or read more about it. If he selects more info, he can open the full article's length and depth, which is an extension to the brief summary or snippet that we provide originally on our app. Now, Ollie's going to swim on over to the search page. Over here, he can find content filtered by category or topic. And if he wants to learn about something in particular, like SEO, he can type their name into the search bar to render that and enter in that discussion. Next up, Ollie can test his knowledge with our quiz feature. The quiz feature allows him to see if he really is one of the smartest animals in this ocean. Octopi are known to have 9, so that's why they're considered one of the smartest. Next up, he can go over to the stats page. The stats page lets him see his progress, as well as the achievements and the leaderboard. Finally, over on the profile page, Ollie can see the favorites that he selected earlier or edit his user settings. So thank you, Ollie, for showing us how we can use Intellect Inc. to make our singular human brain about as smart as your 9 octopi brains.
For our front end, we use React Native for its reusable components, ensuring a smooth UI experience for the user. For our backend, we use Node.js and Express to run our server, and we store our data in MongoDB, a schemaless database that works well with integration between different data such as user data and media data.
Our front-end obstacles include incorporating UI components to appeal to a wide age-range audience. We refined our design by utilizing a color palette of rich purple tones to associate with wisdom, minimalistic designs, and UX surveying.
For the backend, we had issues with running our backend server on localhost, preventing the app from being used on other devices. To prevent this, we use ngrok. Ngrok opens our backend server to the internet, allowing our app to be used on any device.
Unlike other bite-sized learning apps, Intellect Inc. goes above and beyond by making learning active. While our competition like Booklet, Headway, and MindSnap only offer one media type, we offer 5 to help conform to all user preferences. Furthermore, while our competition doesn't have a discussion page and a quiz feature, we offer both for enhanced user integration.
To further make micro-learning accessible, we'd like to add a text-to-speech feature for each media preview on our homepage so readers can listen, and this also helps abide by ADA accessibility guidelines. We'd also like to give readers the option to add ambient background music to really enhance the reading and viewing experience.
Discover content.
Discuss others.
Deepen your knowledge.
And dive into Intellect Inc.
So Alex, instead of scrolling on your phone like you were earlier, you could be using Intellect Inc. to really broaden your knowledge.
You're absolutely right, Jasmine. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today, and a special thanks to our project mentee, our industry mentor Judy, and our co-directors Abyss and Kunchin.
So I saw you all. How well of a keyword match is that? Is it an exact match? Is it partial match?
So the way our search feature works is it's the keyword, and then basically it goes through our MongoDB database, and it searches for any article or media type that has the specific keyword inside its title or the summary.
So is it a match?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, early on, I think you said something about that it enhanced reading time, or something like that. But I don't recall seeing them. Could you explain that for me, please?
So the enhanced reading track is basically on the statistics page where it tracks how long you spent on each media type. So for example, if you spend like an hour or so reading an article or an hour on reading newspapers, show up in the statistics page as like a bar graph.
Okay, so it's time on the app reading on the app. Okay, very good, thank you.
You guys mentioned a For You page. Does that intend to grow and change with the user, or was that presented as static information?
It's dependent on the user's media preferences. To further expand on it, we'd like to maybe incorporate AI to really analyze what the user engages with most and track it to be more specific on the topics that they tend to favor towards. As of now, it is based on the media preference of whether they want books, papers, poems, news, or whichever they select.
Next up, Team Access.
Man, I've applied to like 15 different colleges. I still have 10 more to apply to. I have so many different tabs open, so many different. What? The hell? Why is this guy talking over me, bro?
Wait, you guys been applying to college?
Okay, I don't even know what this guy's saying. You know what? I can't do this, bro. I'm done. I'm done.
Know about this. What's the deadline?
Wait. When it comes to the college application process, are you guys feeling disorganized, lost, or even overwhelmed? Well, we have the solution for you. Presenting Access, your one-stop shop for the college application process. Now, let's take a look at our team. My name's Ajay.
My name's Alkin, and I'm Love. Access features a comprehensive college database, allowing users to explore universities from around the globe with ease. For each institution, we provide essential details that enable users to make informed decisions about their application. Additionally, users can explore nearly 30,000 local, national, and international scholarships, complete with application details and eligibility requirements. Recognizing the crucial role that essays play in the application process, we've integrated a specialized AI writing system designed to help users refine their college essays. To further streamline the application process, users can securely organize all their documents in a centralized location in Access.
Let's take a look at those features in action. Let's just say that I'm a high school student wanting more information on colleges that I might be applying to. I can create an account or sign into an existing one. Then navigate to the Discover tab. If I wanted to filter out colleges only in Texas, I can apply that filter on the left-hand side. But if I had a college in mind, I can search for it using the search bar at the top. From here, clicking into the college will give me a small description as well as some important metrics on the left-hand side that can influence my decision, such as average tuition rate, acceptance rate, and graduation rate. Scrolling down, give me other details such as contact information, important deadlines, and of course, the application itself. But sadly, I'm broke. So naturally, I'd want to navigate to the Resources tab to get more information on different scholarships. Say I wanted to apply to Tupper's Math and Science Scholarship. Clicking into it will give me the important requirements, as well as the award amount, the open and close date, current open status, and of course, a link to the scholarship itself. If I wanted to reference a college or scholarship at a later point in time, I can do so using the bookmark icon on the bottom right and directly referencing it in my user profile page. If I also wanted to store a document that might be essential to my application, say a college essay for example, I can press the Upload Documents button, select the file from my computer, rename the file if need be, and also select the college that's referencing so everything stays organized. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about my writing skills. I wish there was a way for me to get feedback. Well, with Access, you can. You can click into the document and be redirected to our AI chatbot assistant, Bryce. Now, what Bryce is going to do is give us a tailored and streamlined response specifically made for high school students like me so that we have our best chances at success. After reading this feedback, if I wanted to make changes, I can do so within our built-in text editor on the left-hand side. From here, I can either download the essay or simply save it back to the cloud using the two buttons at the top right. That's it for Access. Take a look at the text tab.
For our front end, we use Figma to wireframe the main flows of our application. As for the underlying framework, we use Angular due to its native support for making backend requests, as well as due to its organized component and project structure. Finally, for styling, we went with Tailwind based on its intuitive way of adding class-based CSS properties across all our elements.
For our back, we use Spring Boot Maven Java because it provided pre-configurations so that the team can focus on building features. For our data and documents, we use Postgres and S3 because it's reliable and easy to implement. As for data cleaning and data processing, we use Pandas and Claude Sonnet 3.5.
In the absence of Access, users have had to rely on a variety of different tools to navigate their path to higher education. For example, Grammarly provides an excellent writing assistant, but it lacks the ability to supplement the personal storytelling that enables an essay to stand out. Big Future is another invaluable resource used by high school students to find financial opportunities that match their background. But it lacks the ability to personally help you in your essays. Lastly, Niche, our biggest competitor, is well known for detailed college profiles and student reviews. Yet they lack a strong scholarship database and tools to help students improve their application. Access stands out by bringing together all these features.
But not every process is perfect. The biggest challenge that we found back in was data inconsistency. Being that we fetched nearly 5,000 different colleges and nearly 30,000 different scholarships, there were many holes in our data initially. To fix this, we had to fetch data from other sources such as NCES and merge it with our existing database.
Now, on the front-end side, a major obstacle we faced was the creating overall modern-looking and visually appealing design across all our pages. Nevertheless, we were able to overcome this by simply reassigning the design tasks within our team to incorporate more perspectives into our application.
Looking ahead, we want to focus on two key areas to expand our application. First, we want to offer personalized training so that students can get more prepared for their college application process ahead. Second, we want to create an advisor role so that students can get guidance from mentors so that they can be prepared for the college application process. Let's redefine the college application experience with Access.
currently it's like really static. We've only fetched it one time, but one of the future goals is having a piece of code set up so that as we're currently fetching. Currently our major sources feature NCES and college descriptions are fetched from Wikipedia just because of the description. But if we did want to expand and scale this up, we would have to recurrently fetch this maybe every month or so. So all of our main data, like numbers-wise, is all from Big Future itself. So Big Future.
Next up, Team Nocturn.
Clouds.
Whoa, that's crazy, but what could it mean though?
I don't know. I just woke up confused again.
You know what you need? I have this app on my phone called Nocturn. It literally analyzes your dream and visualizes it for you. Maybe you have some banana trauma, who knows? Welcome to Nocturn. Hi, my name is Akratim and I've worked on the front end.
Hi, I'm Suha and I'm on the back end.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm also on the front end.
Hi, I'm Tasia and I'm on the back end. One of the most important features of Nocturn is the dream logging feature. Dreams are fleeting. You often forget them within minutes after waking up, and that's where dream logging comes in. Nocturn makes it easy to capture every detail while it's still fresh. With our simple and intuitive interface, you can categorize your dreams, tag recurring themes, and even track your emotions across your dreams. All in all, dream logging makes it easy to save your dreams, so you will not forget another dream again.
Another main feature of Nocturn is the AI-powered analysis of your dream. Once a dream is logged, it is immediately sent for generating an analysis, which extracts key information such as people, places, objects, and themes that are mentioned in your dream. That also keeps track of recurring elements to help you identify things over time. Considering that you might want to look at your dream multiple times, the dream's details are saved and can be accessed anytime on the timeline page. So, this feature not only allows you to understand your dreams, but also remember them for as long as you want.
Another core feature of Nocturn is the dream visualization feature. The more dreams you log, the less you remember every single one of them, and that's where dream visualizations come in. Once you log a dream into the dream logging page, you can go to the timeline page to see all your dream entries over the last month. Once it's a date, you can choose to visualize the dream. From there, the timeline page will store all your visualizations so you can access them anywhere you want, anytime you want.
Now, I'll take you guys through a quick demo of our app. This really crazy dream a couple days ago. I'd love for you guys to join me on the journey of logging it. So once you sign in, the first thing you'll see is actually a weekly check-in. Essentially, this is our way of getting additional data for the AI analysis. After that, you'll see each day of the current month, and on those days, you'll be able to see the information of dreams on those days. Moving on to the dream timeline, we can actually see, we're gonna detail capture for my dream, and that's gonna actually direct us to the tags page. From here, I'm gonna pick some themes, settings, as well as additional add-ons to kind of give my dream some depth, configure the energy to the description. So moving on to the actual text page. I'll pick out a title, let's call it The Nightmare on Campus, and then enter that short description. So once I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on and see that's actually analyzing. So here, all the front-end data is being added with the back-end data, and essentially, now that it's complete, we're going to go ahead and check out the analysis. So as you can see, it actually broke down my description into some objects. So you see there's places on campus, some people, including professors, as well as a lengthy AI description. Moving on, let's go to the timeline and see how it looks laid out with my other dreams. So let's go and check it out so you can see my information as well as the AI analysis. So now let's actually bring this dream to life using visualization. So we'll head over to the visualization page, and from there we'll select the date of capture and hit visualize. Once we do so, we'll have these images generated. They're a little sweet, but as you can see, my dream got brought to life.
Now, for the tech stack, we have used React Native for its component-based architecture, which allowed us to create a cross-platform mobile application. We have used Firebase authentication to authenticate users and MongoDB as our database. But more importantly, we have used OpenAI and DALL-E 3 to analyze and visualize these dreams. And these visualizations are stored in our Amazon S3 buckets for more efficient retrieval.
So we had some obstacles creating Nocturn. For the front end, our biggest obstacle was actually integration. With everyone working independently on different branches, over time things became really complicated. In order to mitigate this, we decided that it'd be best for us to communicate actively and meet more in person. Additionally, for the front end, another challenge we faced was actually importing the component libraries. We had to test between 2 to 3 component libraries and see which one worked best for our tech stack. Moving on to the back end. So here, their biggest actually extracting the necessary data from the OpenAI, as well as generating the images using DALL-E.
Now that you know a lot about Nocturn, what makes it stand out from other platforms? Well, some dream analyzers provide interpretations, but there's no way to save them. Some allow saving dreams, but there's no way to generate visuals. So, Nocturn consolidates a lot of these and allows you to log, analyze, and visualize your dream however you like.
Now, for a future plan, our top plan is to incorporate a community feature. Because let's be honest, what's a good dream if you cannot share it with your friends? Moreover, we want to incorporate a voice-to-text feature so that you can log more easily. Lastly, we want to improve upon our gamification elements to ensure that users use our app more, and Nocturn is the first app on their mind when they wake up from a dream.
Hey, it turns out my banana dream meant I was stressed and I just needed to chill.
So it wasn't just bananas after all.
Guess not. I'm kind of curious about what else are my other dreams now.
That's right, Nocturn, because even your wildest dream have a story to tell. Thank you.
So is it a generalized, just go out to AI and ask for an interpretation, or there's at least 4 or 5 systems of dream interpretation that I know. Exactly how does it work?
So we use OpenAI for interpretations, and we gave it a prompt and said that you're a dream analyst and you're supposed to answer the dream that's provided. And we also told it to extract information such as people, places, objects, and themes that are mentioned in the dream, like in a specific format.
Okay, so it's basically just a generalized, look for this stuff. Okay. And then follow-up question, are you storing the dreams locally then or on AWS?
No, we use MongoDB for that.
Locally, okay, yeah.
Introducing Team Hacklab.
Who here wants to land a big tech internship? You? You? Me too. But what do you do if you have no projects or little to no experience? Luckily, we created Hacklab. But what is Hacklab?
That's a great question, Luke. So we all know that employers are looking for collaboration and communication skills, but only working on solo projects won't help you strengthen those skills. With Hacklab, we aim to solve this very issue by allowing you to easily find team-based projects based on your own skills and experience. Hacklab also allows you to collaborate in real time, visualize your progress, and even generate a complete resume from the projects you have built. From idea to execution, everything you need is in one place. Now, let's meet the team. Hello.
I'm Luke.
I'm Owen.
And my name is Ethan. And this is our friend June, here to help you on your journey with Hacklab. Now, let's dive right into the features. First of all, we integrate directly with GitHub, allowing developers to sign into an account that they're already familiar with. Also, when a project is created, a GitHub repository is automatically created to go along with that project, encouraging users to begin coding right away.
Next up, we have automatic project generation. Got an idea but don't know what to do? Just tell Juno what you're thinking, and he'll build up a full project plan based on your own skills. The plan will cover the tech stack you need, MVPs and stalls, and even a project timeline for you to visualize.
Hacklab's real-time chat makes team communication effortless. Every project has its own chat space where members can collaborate, share updates, and keep each other on track. Want to send a private message? Hacklab also supports messaging, allowing users to connect one-on-one, whether it's to coordinate details or just checking with the team.
Our resume generator automatically crafts you a personalized resume by pulling data from your LinkedIn and individual contributions to a project. With a single click, your skills and experience are in a clean, professionally formatted resume with no hassle. Now let's see Hacklab in action.
Let's go ahead and log into Hacklab as a completely new user named Luke using his own GitHub account. We'll start by answering a couple quick questions. We'll put in his name, the language he knows, his interests, choose his role as a front-end developer, and finish off with his location, his school, and optionally his LinkedIn. Now that we're inside of Hacklab, we're going to go ahead and go straight into creating our own project. We can either create a project ourselves, or we can let Juno do it for us. So I'll ask the judges or the audience, does anyone have a project ready we could give to Juno? Yeah? Yeah, really anything. Okay, murder mystery game. We'll go ahead and give this to Juno and let it work its magic. While we're waiting for it to finish, let's think about some of the things we want for our project. We'll want a project description, the tech stack we're working with, and probably a timeline, so we can visualize our progress and keep everyone on track. Finish this project. Oh, and there it is. This is everything we just talked about with even a project thumbnail with it. I like this, so let's go ahead and save this project. We'll then be directed to Luke's own project page, where he can manage all the projects he's currently in. There's a project we just made, along with GitHub repository, so he can begin working on it right away. His project page looks a little empty, so let's go look for some projects to join. We can head over to the Find Project page. A lot of these projects look great, but Farmville 2.0 looks really cool, so let's click on this project card and learn a little more. Okay, they're looking for front-end developers, so let's go ahead and try to join this project. Okay, we'll transition over to Asa's account, who's the team lead for this project. We can see her profile here, where her skills are shown and also the project she's in. Let's go over to her project page. Here we can see that we have received Luke's own join request. So let's go ahead and accept him into the project. And now that he's in, let's go welcome him. So we'll head over to the message page and send him a nice welcome message. From there, we can head over back to Luke's account to his own message page and say he has received Asa's message and he can begin texting back and collaborating right away. Now let's say Asa has just completed her own project, PokePal. She can mark this project complete on her project page. And now she can head over to the Generate Resume page. Here she has an old resume generated. Let's go ahead and generate a new one. Right now, Juno is going through her LinkedIn profile and also her individual GitHub commits that she's done on her projects here at Hacklab, and creating her a full resume. And there it is. Right there, we have, if we go down a little bit, we can see PokePal, actual contributions to this project. And now she has a full professional resume she can use to get her next big tech internship. And that concludes our live demo.
Now that we've seen what Hacklab can do, let's see how it works. On the front end, we use Next.js, React, and Tailwind to create reusable components, making our UI both modular and efficient. On the back end, Hacklab runs on a Node and Express server deployed on AWS EC2. We use Socket.io for real-time chat, Postgres on AWS RDS for our database, and Gemini to handle all Juno features. With AWS architecture, we guarantee our backend stability, security, and scalability as our website grows.
On the back end, our main problem was fine-tuning responses. So we dove deep into prompt engineering, using techniques like one-shot prompting to Juno's behavior. This dramatically increased the consistency and quality of Juno's product ideas and resumes.
The main issue on the front end, to make it a little easier, our backend created a Swagger page to document the API endpoints.
Some of our competitors are GitHub and hackathons. GitHub is great for hosting code, but it doesn't provide a way to find teammates. Hacklab allows you to easily discover open projects. Hackathons are great for building projects, but Hacklab takes it one step further by automatically adding these projects onto your resume.
Looking ahead, Hacklab's future is full of new features, like Hackarena, where we will host remote hackathons for teams to compete in and create shorter-term projects. Other features like deeper GitHub integration and more advanced project management tools will help to support growing teams and enhance the user experience. From just an idea to just hired.
When you collab with Hacklab.
So when you guys do the resume generation and it pulls from your GitHub commits, things like that, how does that process work more deeply?
Yeah, I can answer that. So basically any projects that you've completed, like when you're done, you just go mark it complete, right? So it's just taking all those projects and the Git links that were, the GitHub repositories that were automatically creating for those projects. It goes and takes all the commits from each branch and it will add them to your resume, but only the that were by you, of course.
So does it take the commit messages or like the code itself?
Oh yes, it's the commit messages.
Commit messages. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Next up, Team Cobra.
Oh man, this leak code problem is killing me. It's been like 2 hours and I still can't find a solution. Yo, Treon, Amar, get over here. Check this problem. It's driving me crazy. I can't find a solution. If I submit one more attempt that doesn't work, I swear I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. My hands at this.
Haven't you heard of Cobra? What's Cobra? Isn't it a snake?
No, silly goose. Here, check this out. Cobra is a code building process system and allocates everything you need to attack those pesky leak code problems.
I got it. I get it now.
Now that David's a better dance, let's meet the team. I'm Trehan.
I'm Amara.
I'm David.
And I'm Horace. Now, one of Cobra's core features is real-time error detection. As you type, it pinpoints logic and syntax errors before you even hit run. If an error is detected, a code analysis widget will automatically appear on your screen. No more digging around or randomly guessing. With Cobra, you get instant feedback right when you need it, so you can stay locked in and learn more.
Now, spotting errors is just a start. Even after fixing a few, you may not fully understand the problem itself. That's where Cobra's contextual hints come in. By analyzing the problem's name, description, and text, Cobra gives you both conceptual hints and example code snippets that guide you step by step towards a solution. And don't worry, you can reveal these hints one line. So unlike David, you'll never be overwhelmed by what's in front of you.
Oh wait, even after reading hints and examples, you might still feel lost. Endlessly searching online, only to find outdated posts, vague explanations, advice irrelevant to your problem. Well, that's where CobraBot comes in. A chatbot that uses OpenAI to provide targeted hints based on your problem. Whether you need help improving your time complexity or an approach to solve it, CobraBot is here to guide you at all times.
Now, let's put it all together and solve a leak code challenge using Cobra. First, sign up. I'll input a username, email, and password to create an account, and once I verify that email, Cobra will prompt me to log into LeakCode. It can connect my account. As you can see, the prompt switches to a more spacious side that doesn't get in the way of my code. I'll be working on word ladder, but I'm not sure where to start. On the hints page, I can reveal the first conceptual hint, a great starting point for approaching this problem. But if I'm still not sure where I'm going, I can always reveal more hints piece by piece, allowing me to solve the problem with the exact level of assistance that I need. Super. After working with Cobra for a bit, I've got something I think could work. Cobra gives me advice and lets me know I've got a couple typos by opening up a small pop-up. All right, thanks. I can go through each problem and clean those up. Now I'll submit code and, seems like there's something wrong. Let's head to the chat page and ask for some help. As you can see, there's no need to switch tabs. CobraBot can read my code, find my mistake, and guide me to a solution. Cobra has access to problem description, test cases, tags, as well as any code I've written, so its responses will be tailored to what I need. All right, with a slight adjustment to line 21, I think this code should work now. Yes, let's go. Now I want to expand my understanding by studying other solutions. On the Resources tab, I see links to sites like Stack Overflow and GitHub, where I can read up on how other people solve this problem. There's no need to scour Google for hours. Cobra's done the work for me. And now that a little bit of what it has to offer, I'll hand it off to Horace to let you know how Cobra works behind the scenes.
Thanks, David. Now, let's dive into Cobra's tech stack. On the front end, we use TypeScript and React with a responsive and intuitive UI. For problem data and hint generation, we tap into OpenAI and an open source LeetCode API to generate dynamic hints. On the back end, Cobra runs on AWS, utilizing Lambda for processing, Cognito for user auth, and DynamoDB to manage user preferences, progress, and code history. The result? A fast, scalable platform that responds instantly to user needs.
Now, building this king Cobra of an extension wasn't without its challenges. A major challenge for front-end was the routing for user auth across different operating systems. During sign-up, the Google Chrome side panel would often resize or even collapse on Windows, but not on macOS. We resolved this by implementing a custom state management system, which removed any visual interruptions that we encountered with the side panel.
As for backend, we realized there was no existing LeetCode API that could provide us with the user stats, problem descriptions, and solutions. We solved this by accessing several open source APIs and repositories, each containing information we needed, making it easier for us to obtain and organize the data.
So, LeetCode problem has you puzzled. Why choose Cobra? Well, with Cobra, all the help you need is built right into the browser. So you can skip the hassle of searching forums and pasting prompts. Unlike other platforms which simply spoon feed you the answer, Cobra is designed to inspire you, find your way step by step, making it a much more effective learning tool.
And lastly, for our future plans, we plan on integrating video tutorials that add walkthroughs and explanations alongside each problem you're solving, so you can stay focused without bouncing between tabs. We plan to expand beyond LeetCode to platforms like Codeforces and HackerRank, giving more upcoming developers access to Cobra. Thank you for listening. And the next time a LeetCode problem has you tweaking, just remember, don't lose your head, use Cobra instead.
What was your biggest problem or the challenge that is when you were trying to autocorrect the code to show errors?
I can take that one. On the back end, we needed a way to make sure that the editor wasn't sending the code to be analyzed every single time the user started typing. It would often like overlay multiple at the same time. So we added a cooldown feature that makes sure the extension waits for the user to stop typing for 3 to 5 seconds, so that it would only send the code to be analyzed once we were sure the user was finished with that piece of code.
So if the user did not finish the line of code and moved on to the next line, would it still assess the previous line of code for any errors?
You mean if the user continues coding and goes to a new line, will it send the analysis? It doesn't send the analysis until the user stops coding for a few seconds. It doesn't matter if it's one line or the next line.
Now introducing Team DocVault.
I have a question for everyone here today. How many have a computer by show of hands? By show of hands? Okay. And how many of us have way too many unorganized files sitting on our desktop? Well, we do too, and that's exactly why we created DocVault, the all-in-one secure online digital storage and organization platform. Let's meet the team. My name is Noah.
My name is Karthik.
My name is Nicholas.
And my name is Ima.
Alright, let's explore some of the core features we've implemented. The first core feature, and at the very center of our project, is the Google Chrome extension. In it, users can automatically upload files and access additional features with minimal interruptions. Next, files are scanned using optical recognition and organized into folders and more specific subfolders. Additionally, DocVault offers a powerful AI chatbot that has access to a database of your documents, allowing accurate responses to any queries you might have. And also, DocVault's in-app translation feature allows you to translate any documents that are in the system. To finish,
All of our features support a wide range of file types, such as PNGs, JPEGs, and PDFs.
Along with our courses, we have one additional feature, our assignment tracker that we built specifically for students. When downloading a document, it's automatically scanned for important deadlines and due dates, so you never miss a submission. Our goal when making this was to make students' lives just a bit easier.
So instead of just telling y'all about DocVault, we thought we'd show you all DocVault live in action. Now, we'll head to a quiz assignment in my differential calculus course. Once we open up the quiz and click download at the top right corner, we'll see that the Google Chrome extension automatically detects that our assignment has been downloaded. We'll click to save it within DocVault. Now, let's head to our DocVault web app. In the web app, if we'll scroll down to our student documents, we should see that DocVault automatically created a folder named Math 2413 to reflect the assignment in class. DocVault analyzes all the text from our document, and for school document assignments in particular, it recognizes the class prefix and creates a folder. Take a look at DocVault's translate feature. If we scroll up to our other documents and to this text file, DocVault can translate any file that you give it. Our goal with this was to make our translate feature best suited for non-English speakers. If we click the three dots and select any language of our choosing, DocVault automatically translates the document and creates the file in the same folder as our original text. Now, let's check back on our school assignment. If we scroll down, that's okay. Now we'll take a look at DocVault's powerful built-in chatbot. We'll ask it a question about our quiz assignment that has been. We'll say something like, what is question number 1 on THQ4? DocVault automatically parses through all the text files from the user's files and automatically gives us an answer based on our question. There it is. We can even ask it another question like, what information do I need to fill out our W-2 form? Again, DocVault parses through all the user's text documents and will give us the exact answer to the questions that we need. Now let's take a look at some of the other documents that DocVault has automatically organized. As we scroll up to our personal folder, we'll see several files within identification, like driver's licenses, passports, tax documents, financial records. All in all, DocVault is a powerful tool for anyone who wants to stay organized. Now, about the tech stack.
Now, moving on to tech stack, we use Next.js and Tailwind CSS for a user interface, and for a backend, we use AWS Code for user authentication, and we also use S3 buckets, API Gateway, Lambda, AWS Text Track, and AWS Translate to automatically store, categorize, and translate your documents using AI. And not only that, but we also implemented ChatGPT's Open API along with Pinecone for a fully integrated chatbot within DocVault.
One thing we had to consider when making DocVault was our competition. While existing platforms like Google Drive, Notion, and DocuSign currently dominate the bit, DocVault clearly stands out amongst them. Our unique features, like our integrated chatbot, in-app translate, Chrome extension, and our automatic organization, deliver features that other companies don't currently offer. Next, we'll talk about our obstacles.
During development of DocVault, we encountered several challenges on both the front end and back end. The biggest front end challenge was creating the main folder and subfolder structure. To approach this, we used a state variable mapped to a series of dropdowns. The biggest back end challenge we had was with our text track system. And in that system, a file can fall under multiple folder categories. So we had to design them to intelligently assign the most appropriate one.
Now, looking ahead, we have some really exciting news for DocVault. Our first goal is to integrate a shared document functionality so users can collaborate with other users in real time. And then not only that, we're also looking forward to integrating Google Calendar. So when a user uploads a document to DocVault, AWS Text Track automatically detects the due date and integrates it with your Google Calendar. And lastly, we're also looking forward to integrating different file types so DocVault can truly become an all-in-one content management platform.
So why is DocVault so important? Over 90% of students believe that good digital experiences can help improve their academic life. Over 75 employers have found a drop in employment satisfaction when they lack the proper document management tools. All in all, DocVault is more than just a storage option, but a powerful solution for anyone who wants to organize. We'd like to say thank you to our industry mentor, Joanna, and our project manager, Nadiba. Stay organized and stay with DocVault! Thank you.
So
it also have a signature feature like DocuSign?
That's definitely a feature we plan on integrating in the future. As of now, that feature doesn't exist within DocVault, but ideally we want it to be able to easily complete all form submissions. So yes, in addition to scanning your passport documents, any personal identification you need, it should also be able to retrieve your signature. So that's definitely a feature we plan to integrate later on.
How did you validate the accuracy of the translation feature?
So we use AWS Translate. So AWS Translate supports a wide variety of languages. So it automatically has an API call that detects like the language that it has, and the user can select the language you want to translate it to, automatically translate any document to the desired language the user wants.
How did you handle like with OCR, how did you handle things like handwritten notes or reflections on a picture or something like that?
So DocVault does have an other documents feature. So when OCR can't properly detect the text, it'll put it within other documents into a folder that it best believe fits the description. Users also have the option to delete and move any files into any other folders they want. DocVault to be very customizable. So even if the organization doesn't fit your need, you can always move the file into a separate folder.
Next up, Team Wonderlust.
Passionate travel enthusiast, always on the hunt for your next big adventure? Or maybe you're tired of trying to find the perfect itinerary for your upcoming summer? Well, when you're having a hard time, don't fuss and use Wonderlust.
This spring, our team conducted a survey and found out that 92% of people find it stressful to plan their vacations. Well, that's what we're here to solve.
Hi, my name's Darren.
Hi, I'm Kavya.
Hi, my name is Dylan.
Hi, my name is Rafa.
Wonderlust is a travel app that helps people plan itineraries and discover new locations. Users can post, save, and search itineraries with pics and recommendations.
For our application, we use Figma for wireframing, React for front-end, and a combination of Express, Node.js, and MongoDB for our backend. We chose this combination as it allows for easy cross-platform development.
One of our app's main features is creating itineraries. Travelers can post their pictures and share their travel plans for other users to see. This includes details like restaurants, hotels, duration, budget, and gives you insights into those hidden gems.
Wonderlust also has a surprise me feature that surprises users with a random location so they can find places they've never been before and get inspiration for future trips.
In addition to our Create and Surprise Me feature, we have a Save feature that allows travelers to save any item that sparks their interest.
Now, let's see Wonderlust in action. First, we'll start by creating an account. We'll enter our username, Dylan, email, dylan@gmail.com, and password. Don't hack me, guys. Now that we're logged in, we can browse all available itineraries. Let's explore more, and let's see all options. These look great, but none catch my eye, so I'll go ahead and go back to the home page. Summer's coming up, and I've been wanting to check out Bangkok for a while, so let's search for that. This one looks nice, and I love this budget. So let's explore it some more. I really like this plan, so let's save it for later. Next, let's try the Surprise Me feature. Wow, I haven't been here before. Let's save it as well. Maybe a post-grad trip. Now if we go to our saved folder, we can see Bangkok and our surprise destination listed here. Fast forward 2 months. I just came back from Bangkok, and I'm happy to say that I loved it. I love Thai food and culture. I'm gonna give it an upvote and a 5-star rating. Now, I'll go ahead and unsave it. And it's no longer in my save list. Well, I've been wanting to check out Ushuaia, Argentina, the final passage for Antarctica for a while, but I noticed that there aren't any available itineraries for it yet. So let's ask our Wanderbot. Hey Wanderbot, make me a 2-day itinerary for Ushuaia, Argentina. Now, our Wanderbot will create a detailed itinerary with calculated time slots for each thing that we can do. Perfect for visiting the southernmost city in the world. Now, let's give our Wanderbot a second to load. Nice. This itinerary looks phenomenal. Wait! I just realized I never created my itinerary for when I visited Austin earlier this summer. First, I'll upload. Let's title it Longhorn Run. It was in Austin, Texas. I was there for 1 day in April, and I spent between $50 to $100. For activities, I'll write city, and for description, I'll write Longhorn Run at UT. Now, let's create the itinerary. For day 1, I'll title it Race Day. At 8 a.m., I ran the Longhorn Run. I set a personal record in the 10K distance. At 12 p.m., I had lunch at the House of Three Gorges with some friends. The sesame chicken there is so good. And at 7 p.m., I had dinner at Soup Leaf. Hot Post Run always hits. Now, let's add the date to the itinerary, and let's post it. Now, if we go to our profile page, we can see our newly created itinerary for everyone to see. Thanks, everyone, and that wraps up our demo of Wonderlust.
For the backend, we had issues with saving, upvoting, and routing between pages because user inputs weren't being saved properly in the database. We were able to resolve these issues by completing our database design and making sure that user inputs were completely accessible and were being saved properly in the database.
For the front end, our main UI challenge involved improving our color palette and readability. As a result, we went through a series of iterations to find the perfect fit. Another one of our issues was routing. This was caused by a delay in mounting routes at the start of the app, but with the help of our PM and industry mentor, we came up with a creative solution to solve this problem.
One of our future goals for this app is a feature where travelers can upload a travel video from TikTok, for example, and translate and upload an itinerary. Another feature we plan on implementing is a discount section, so users can have access to the latest deals for their upcoming trip.
Thank you all for your time, and a special thanks to the judges, Avanti, our PM, our industry mentor, and our co-directors, Abyss and Kanchan. So the next time you're planning a big trip,
don't let your travel skills rust,
and use Wonderlust.
We had multiple color schemes in the beginning when we were creating the pages, so it kind of confused us with our wireframes. But in the end, we ended up choosing the palette so that users can have a very calm and non-stressful experience while planning for their travel trips. And these shades of blue were the most soothing colors.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Is there a way to say, here's my for the trip, so that you can kind of keep within it?
Yeah, so for the AI chatbot that we have in the app, that would also be a future implementation where people can put their budget, say at, like as he did 50 to 100 is what he did for the itinerary he posted. And you could also ask the chatbot for more specified details, like say you wanted to go to a gym in a specific area as well, you have those types of interests. The chatbot would help you with getting those interests and a budget as well.
Next up, Team Lore.
What if we made a story game where everyone has to fight over what happens next?
Fight, like throw hands?
Or like throwing plots? You pitch an idea and then we'll vote for which one's the best.
And then what? We just argue for hours?
No, the AI generates what happens next based off how many votes you got.
Okay, kind of genius.
Welcome to Lore. Let's meet the team. I'm Sharad.
I'm Julian.
And I'm Tommy. Now, what's the most important part of a party game? It's your friends. Without them, it's just you talking alone to yourself. But with lore, we made it possible to create private game rooms, and we even have a real-time scoring system.
Now, what exactly makes our game so game-changing? Well, with text generation as one of our core features, we can truly transform storytelling. Whenever a player wins a round, their prompt is used for a seed for a generated chapter that expands on the current story and engulfs players into a fictional world. At the end, we summarize that story and use that summary to create a unique book cover that truly captures the story and the world the players have just created.
But what good is a story if you can't remember it? Well, luckily for you, it's a built-in feature where you see all your previous stories. When you finish a game, you can send the story to your profiles page, where you can see all the previous winning plot points. Now let's hand out to Julian for the live demo.
Alright, let's see what the whole hype's about. Whenever you log into the game, you'll be sent to the story page. And here, you can either create a story or join a story. Let's go ahead and create one right now. Whenever you create a story, you'll have the login code at the very top of the screen. Whenever you enter this code, you'll join the game. All the player names and avatars are displayed at the center of the screen. For this game, you can play up to 10 rounds. But for now, let's just play one. Let's go ahead and start the game. Whenever you start the game, you write, what should we write? Let's write something funny, like Jackie Chan. Whenever you're finished writing, you can click that submit button. It'll be sent to the waiting screen. Here, everyone who's done writing is highlighted in green, and those who haven't are highlighted in red. When everyone finishes submitting, you'll be sent to the voting screen. Let's tell you what you have to vote for. 2 academic rivals turning to lovers? That's kind of spicy. Let's click on that one. Whenever you finish voting, you'll be sent to the leaderboard screen, where each vote was worth 100, and if you win that round, you receive twice that amount. Now, we'll be sent to this screen where, wow, 2 academic rivals falling in love actually won. Now the AI will expand on that plot point and create an in-depth and short chapter. Let's click the viewers at the top of the left. This button is accessible all throughout the game, so you can see all the class plot points and chapters, so you know what to write next, what you want to vote for, and what exactly is going on with the story. Let's go back. Whenever you're reading, you can click the continue button. And when everyone's finished clicking continue, you get sent to this page where you have your whole story in one text box, and you have your unique text, unique image displayed for you. Let's click the continue button one more. We see the leaderboard with all the points and our amazing PM strong one. Now let's click save story. Let's name it 2 lovers. And whenever you finish typing and click submit, you'll be sent to the profiles page where you can use your name, your avatar, and all of the rest of your saved stories. That concludes our live demo. Move on to the tech stack.
For our tech stack, we use React Native for the front end, and for our backend, we actually split it in 2. One uses Amazon Cognito DynamoDB to store the player data like their stories and whatnot. The other uses Socket.io server to handle the actual multiplayer aspect, and this is also the server that connects AWS Bedrock for the text generation and Stability AI for the image generation.
But an algorithm like ours didn't come without its challenges. For example, standardizing design. There's 3 of us, each working on different screens. So you can imagine it gets difficult when designs are overlapping and mismatching. Another challenge was creating an appealing app UI that would match all of our visions. These challenges were difficult to handle at the beginning when we didn't have a clear direction we want to head in. But once we got our momentum going and we got the ball rolling, everything naturally fell into its place.
One of the main backends was operating the database. We were using usernames to access user data with the primary key, but the Cognito ID should have been used as the primary key. And whenever we were saving stories, we were using 2D arrays when we should have been doing 1D arrays. Another major headache was the multiplayer feature, making sure it's able to play on different devices. But we solved this by deploying Socket on router.
Now for our competitors, we have Jackbox and Net.by.ai. Jackbox has a similar party game aesthetic where people vote over which one's the most funny, and Net.by.ai has a similar text generation mechanic. But we combine not only both of them, but we also allow you to save your stories to view later.
So, what do we want to do next? Well, what we want to do next is add a friends list where you can send friend requests and also view their profiles as well as their saved stories. Another thing we want to do is add drawing. So, a match whenever the AI generates its story, you and all the other players will be able to draw whatever the AI generated and also vote on it just like you did with the player prompts.
Still not convinced? Watch this. Or, you write what happens in the plot, then your friends vote, and the AI looks at the leaders, and boom, it generates the plot. Lore.
Make stories,
Make memories.
So for that, we had to really communicate with each other. We had to start meeting up more often and really divide up our roles into something more comprehensible. So we know what he's doing, what I'm doing, what he's doing, and then everything became more structured and easier to implement from there.
Have the temperature feature in AWS Bedrock so that even if you plug in the same prompt, I guess it's going to create a different story. The whole intention is that you want to see some time. So whenever you enter the same prompt, you don't want to see the same story.
One more round of applause for Next up, Team Your AI. Hello, we're from Your AI.
Wait, oh my god, don't start without me.
Harsh, where were you? You're like 2 minutes late again.
I'm so disorganized, I'm never on time.
Well, have you tried using AI?
No, what's that?
Your AI is an AI-powered schedule planner app developed by us. Hi, my name is Trinity and I'm from the front-end team.
My name is Suhani and I'm from the back-end team.
My name is Harsh and I'm from the front-end team.
And my name is Krish and I'm from the backend team. So, what are some features of your AI? So the first feature we have is an AI-powered weekly newsletter, and what this does is that it gives the users a friendly reminder of what their upcoming week looks like.
Our next feature is an AI-powered Kanban board that automatically creates a task flow based on the tasks that we completed. These tasks get divided into 3 categories like to do, in progress, and done to help create a visual as to what task needs immediate attention next.
The third core feature we have is an AI chatbot, and what this does is that the users can ask it anything from add a workout tomorrow at 6 p.m. or tell me my busiest day of the week, and it'll handle the rest for you.
A combination of all 3 of these features further enhances productivity and time management while reducing the need for human manual work. Let's take a look at a quick demo.
Alright, jumping straight in, we're going to go ahead and get signed in. We've implemented Google Auth, which allows each user to get signed into their personal Google Calendar. When we get signed in, we land on our dashboard, which gives you an overview of your week ahead, as well as any upcoming calendar events. Speaking of events, let's go ahead and add an event to our calendar. Does anybody have an event they'd like to add?
Grocery shopping.
Perfect, let's add grocery shopping to our calendar, but before we do that, let's see when we have some time to grocery shop this week. So what the process is, let me give you a little bit of background information. What's happening is our user input is being sent to our Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG system. This is then sent to our LLM, which processes everything and returns it back to the user in natural language formatting. So in our schedule, looks like we have some time before we repine Kanchan, so let's go ahead and get our shopping done from 3 to 4 p.m. on the 1st. And once again, all we have to do is type this information in. Our AI assistant handles the rest for us. We don't have to worry about toggling any switches, setting reminders, timing, everything is handled for us. Your AI was designed to make your life simpler. This is why it can not only add an event to the calendar, it can modify and delete it as well. Great, our event has successfully been added to our calendar, and if we go ahead and check our calendar, we can see that on the 1st, we have our grocery shopping trip scheduled. Now that our trip is on the calendar, let's go ahead and plan for it. This is where our Kanban board comes into play. The Kanban board takes the events in our calendar and breaks them down into manageable tasks. Tasks can then be moved into the 3 categories of our Kanban board as our event progresses. The final feature we have is our newsletter. While our newsletter processes, let's show how we built your AI.
So for the tech stack, we used a variety of tools to complete this app. Firstly, we used Google API services that was responsible for the user authentication and the management of calendar events. For our AI's part, we used a RAG system that was built with LangChain, Pinecone, and Beautiful Soup. And to connect all these services together in the backend, we used Flask, and for the front end, we used React to give the users a more responsive and modular interface.
Our newsletter gives a day-by-day breakdown of the events we have planned, along with the weather for each day and a helpful tip or reminder. In our case, for our grocery trip, the newsletter will check the weather for that day and give us a reminder, such as umbrella, if it's going to be raining like it was today. Just as you guys face obstacles throughout your week, we face some obstacles when creating your AI.
One of the biggest challenges we face on the front end is handling auth tokens securely while making sure we have access to the proper Google Calendar features. So to do this, we store the token in a central place accessible by different parts of the app, streamlining API requests and carefully setting permissions for access to the correct Google services.
Another obstacle we faced was the creation and storage of our knowledge base. We used Beautiful Soup to create the Google Calendar API documentation, which we then stored in a vector database from Pinecone. This allowed us to effectively answer user queries.
We looked at the productivity space, but what makes your AI different is that it's like having your own personalized AI assistant. Unlike our other competitors, your AI takes action, whether it's managing tasks, scheduling events, or even helping you stay organized. In other words, it's proactive, not passive.
Looking into the future, we have a few ideas that we think would further enhance the productivity of our app. First being a voice activation system. This would streamline the communication with the chatbot. Second is a conversational memory. This would help store information from your chats as well as information from previous chats to create a more personable experience for the user. And lastly, an automatic task prioritization. This would enable the AI to automatically optimize and prioritize the user's schedule to save time planning and organizing. Now you can finally manage your schedule with your AI. Your schedule smarter.
So in your demo, the AI assistant, chat assistant, show you your schedule in text. So what is the benefit of that over visualizing, like going to your calendar and visualizing when you have that free space?
So the one feature we've implemented is a text response as well as a visual response. So we know different people have different ways of processing information. So not only have we included a visual calendar on our dashboard, we've also included text that allows people who prefer to read over visualizing to analyze their information. And it not only just returns the events, it gives you a summary of your events. That way you don't have to go into each event and manually figure out what's going to be happening for that event.
Thank you.
And that is actually all of the presentations we have tonight. Can I get a round of applause for all of our participants and the incredible presentation? And one more round of applause for our judges. Thank you for all the fun today. All right, judges, if I can kindly ask you to double and triple check your rubrics, make sure everything is to your liking. We are now going to take a 10 to 15 minute break to allow the judges to tally their rubrics and figure out who crown the winner of ACM Project Spring 2025. Take this time to socialize with others, your friends, and take pictures with your teams up in front as well.
before we start team placements, we're going to announce the awards to be handed out. So each member of the first place winning team will receive a $10 Amazon gift card as well as a trophy. Each member of the team placing second place will win a $35 Amazon gift card as well as a trophy. And each member of the team winning the design award will receive a trophy as well.
The criteria for general judging included collaboration, visual design, implementation, demo execution, and presentation effect. And the criteria for the design award included user experience, aesthetics, originality, and presentation design.
So first off, we have our design award. The team with the best design is, drumroll please, Hacklab. Congratulations! And now on to our first and second place winners. Our second place winner is, drumroll please, Comic Brain. Congratulations!
One more round of applause for our second place winners. Come on, play. And now, the winner of Ace Project Spring 2025 is drumroll! That's not loud enough. Drumroll! Team Hacklab! Congratulations, Team Hacklab. If your team didn't, do not be discouraged. I think all of you did a fantastic job over the course of the entire semester, gave wonderful presentations, created amazing functional applications, which is more than some people can say. And please be proud of all of the work that you've done. We all saw your efforts throughout the entire semester culminating into this magnificent presentation night that all of our judges got to see, all the participants got to see, the entire audience got to see. It was amazing work, so be proud of yourselves. Give a round of applause to yourselves. Before we conclude tonight's event, we'd like to do a little bit of sound, we'd like to thank our awesome PMs, Avanti, Jason, and Laridge, for their amazing contributions to ACM projects. We're going to miss you guys a lot, and wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
I know I speak for the entire team to say this, but you guys have truly contributed to ACM projects and made this last year such a great. Fun fact, I actually joined ACM projects as a participant and met Avanti back in spring 2023, and we joined as PMs the same semester as well. So over these past 3 semesters, it's been really great getting to know you and seeing you grow. Same with Jason and Laridge. These past 2 semesters have been so much fun, and it's been really great seeing you guys evolve as PMs and get to know you guys better. And we will definitely miss you guys so much.
And I'm gonna ditto onto what Kanchan said. Avanti was actually my participant when I was ACM projects. And I've seen her grow all throughout the entire journey. She's been a PM for 3 semesters, so I've basically worked with her for almost 2 years now, which is a crazy long time. And I can say about her, she has a sweetness to her. You just talk to her, she's like, thank you, she always says hi. She's always just so sweet, consistently time and time again. She did an incredible job with her team. So I'll miss you, ACM Projects, as well. Jason and Larish, I can speak for y'all. Jason is a little crazy sometimes, I'll be honest. But the craziness comes with like a level of dedication. Did you guys know that when he was a participant, he actually reached out to me to ask about doing the graduate program at UTD, and that's freshman at UTD. Talking to someone that you like don't know and not isn't your PM. It was one of the key factors that defines Jason, in my opinion. And even now, me and him spend every week doing lead code. Maybe we'll use Cobra sometime, you know. And then for Larich, I can say volumes for this guy. His PM told me that he has the potential to combine fun and the professional environment, which is more than a lot of people can say, because sometimes you lose the fun when you're being professional, and sometimes you lose the professional when you're being fun. But he does it in a flawless job, and that's all of his teams that he's had. So we're gonna miss you guys a lot, and we're excited to see you guys do soon. Okay, as far as SAP goes, I really don't want to do this part, but that's okay. I will be stepping down as director this semester as well, and the reason for that is because I'm old as hell. So I was a participant back in spring of 2022. To put that into perspective, the current participants that you see were probably sophomores or juniors in high school. And I'm a graduate student now, and they're participants in ACM projects. So I've been in ACM projects the entire time that they finished half of their high school and joined ACM projects. So I'm really old, basically, that's the point. Overall, the best way to talk about this experience, talk about the two things that defined it for me. And that was, one, the growth that I've been able to experience through ACM projects, being a part of the team, being a project manager, and learning from my participants. When I was a participant as well, I learned much from my PM, Jeshna. Thank you so much for being my PM, for picking me way back when. The fact that she's still here as an industry mentor means she's almost as old as me, if not older. So have fun with that fact. Oh, there she is, okay. And overall, like, being able to experience personally as well as professionally, ACM projects gave me my career and also allowed me to become a more sociable person overall. And so, like, I'm eternally grateful, and I hope that everyone that comes to projects has that same experience. The other thing is, ACM is defined by its people. Look throughout the room. This is the ACM community. These are the people that you get to interact with and talk to, and they're the ones that make or break your experience. And for me, they made my experience truly memorable. Every single person that I got to talk to was so incredible, so wonderful, so friendly. And I can say that I have so many friends in ACM simply because of the fact that they had that friendliness, a wonderful touch to them. I see one of them right there, former co-director Farhan. While I had the stage for like a couple seconds, I know I've been yapping for a while, and I'm like losing my voice too. And the starting to hit a little bit. I'm gonna go cry in the corner afterwards. But... Okay. While I had the stage, again, thank you to my PM Justin for picking me way back when, for continuing to all the messages that you gave, continuing to appear in my head, constantly being like, Justin told you this, Justin told you that, and I passed that forward to participants. To my participants that were on my 3 teams, Spread and Flick, Safe Drive, and Sage, for having an incredible attitude throughout the entire project, for dealing with all the, this is walking around, he's not really helping me, I don't know what he's doing, all that stuff. But overall, it was an incredible experience, and I feel I learned as much from you as you learned from me. And then to the officer team, the Spring 25 and 24 officer team, and the 2 co-directors that I got to direct with Quentin and Karina. You guys put up with all the funny stuff that I do, and you guys made this like the most memorable year of my life, I can honestly say. So that's all because of all of your efforts, all of the personalities that you have. And I think I've made friends in life with all of you. So hopefully we can continue to have fun, even after projects. And that's it. So before I wrap up and go get emotional after we end presentation night, I need to introduce my successor. So the next co-director of ACM projects, drum roll please. Louder! No, I'm kidding. It's Adarsh!
Hi everyone, my name is Adarsh. I just want to say I'm truly grateful to be the next co-director of ACM projects. This community has given me so much friendship, mentorship, and I'm honestly so excited to help it grow next semester and see it grow even more. I just want to thank Abyss, Kanchan, Karina, and all the PMs for being amazing friends, just like Abyss said, and giving me the mentorship to take on this next step. I'm super excited how ACM projects grows next semester. Thank you so much.
I know as old as I am, I think you're going to be amazing regardless. And I wish you nothing but the best. Adarsh.
I want to say I'm super excited to work with Adarsh next semester. You can see through like his past as even a participant and a PM, you can see how committed and hardworking he is and how dedicated he is to ACM projects and ACM as a whole. And fun fact, I actually interviewed him to be a participant, and now I get to co-direct with him, which is super cool. But overall, I'm super excited to see what Adarsh does for projects, and I'm super excited for the future of this program. And with that being said, I also want to say thank you to Abyss for being an amazing co-director. Working with you this past semester has been so great. It's honestly been such a good balance of not only productivity, but also fun. And I know I can speak for the whole office team when I say this, but the last 2 semesters of projects have been some of the best and personally my favorites in ACM. And that's a big part due to you and your role. And you've made so many contributions to ACM projects, and also you've brought in so many cool ideas. And so it's really sad to see you. We will miss you a lot.
I missed the slide, so I'm gonna go back real quick. But just to show how old I am, on the top left is my hair back when, and then the bottom right is where it's at now. So, this is a lot of semesters of time dedication. But again, thank you to everyone that is in these photos. You guys really made that experience for me. Okay. And then also thank you to Kanchan for the heartfelt words. I really appreciate it. You guys don't know how much it means to me to be a part of this community, and how it shaped my entire, I have 4 years of college. So, yes, thank you to ACM community. On behalf, once more, of all the members of ACM Projects, we'd like to thank you for being here and coming out tonight. One more special thanks to our judges coming out and volunteering their time. We're super happy to have you. We're super excited to have you part and see what ACM Projects is like at UTD. We're kind of underground, you know? So now that you've seen it, hopefully you guys will be willing to come back in future semesters. And we are very, very, very happy with all the accomplishments of our participants throughout the entire semester. And that formally concludes ACM Projects Presentation Night, Spring 2025. A round of applause for everyone.
But don't you all worry, we'll be back again next semester with more projects and more presentations. If you are interested in participating in ACM projects, our applications will be opening at the start of next fall. But that's not all. ACM in general has several positions open starting this semester and next semester, so scan the QR code on the screen if you would like to learn more. I'll give you guys a moment.
Participants, this is a great opportunity for you guys to stay involved in ACM and this community like I've talked about, all time and time again. Okay, and then thank you and have a great night, everyone. Wait! Participant PMs and mentors, can you guys come up to the front of the building for a group photo? And mentors, can you meet us on the right side of the room? We have a little something for you guys.
We'll get a video of this when they line up.
Oh yeah.